Wow, I cannot believe this is really happening. What I'm holding in my hands is a 6-month contract to start my own card show. What's going on? Bowman 1951 here. That's right, we have breaking hobby news. The Boston area is now getting yet another card show. Today is March 22nd, and this is the release date of the video, and it's a huge reason that we're doing it today. The state has opened up indoor events of at least 100 people today on March 22nd, 2021. It's been over a year since we've been allowed to do anything like that. So Philmington, MrDUB, Baystate Breakers, and I have been planning behind the scenes a new local card show for the Boston area. 10-15 minutes north of the city in Woburn, Massachusetts. We have slots in place for 6 months, one per month coming up. Here are the dates. Take a look at all of those. These are definite. And we're going to give some more information on the where, the when, the how, and talk about some of the dealers. Okay, first thing I wanted was an easy location, easy on and off for people to get to, whether they're coming from New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Massachusetts area, wherever it may be. This is off the I-93 and I-95 interchange at the Crown Plaza Woburn Hotel. I'm going to show you some footage of the hotel itself and give you the address here. It's going to happen on those dates mentioned previously at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Unfortunately, there is going to be a charge to get into the event. It's just going to be a few dollars, and we're going to let children 12 and under for free with a parent. So bring out the kids, bring out, anybody that's in the family that is into the sports card hobby. We're going to have a wide variety of dealers. We're a bit limited because there is a cap of 100 people at one time in the hotel for the event. So when we have 25 to 30 dealers at a time, we're really only going to be able to let in 75 or so people. It starts at 9 a.m. There'll probably be a few waves of letting people in. I'm thinking there'll be a big wave that shows up right when it opens, right at 9. Hopefully most of those will be moved out by like 10 or 10:30. We'll let in a second wave. And then as it slowly ends toward the end of the event, say around noon, that we don't even need to look at the cap on people coming in. So as I show you this live footage that I shot the day I went and got my contract, here is what the room is going to look like. We ended up with the grand ballroom for all 6 Saturdays. This view here of the room itself, if you look at that back wall there, that is actually only half the room. So that wall is going to open up for us, and we'll be able to basically double the size of this room. There will be plenty of space for social distancing. The tables for all dealers will be very spaced out. They'll be safe from one another as well. Plenty of room to wheel and deal. When you're entering the facility, you definitely want to go in the back entrance. It'll be a lot closer, and as soon as you enter the doors here, you will immediately be brought to the table where I likely will be sitting, or one of my colleagues, to take your admission and let you into the show. Man, I am so excited about this. Like I said, it has been a lifelong dream of mine, and there is so much pent-up demand right now for card shows. There have been a bunch happening in southern New Hampshire the last couple months, and I just haven't been able to make it up to one, unfortunately. It's like a 45-minute minimum drive for me to get up there. So we need more in the Boston area, and I didn't want to step on any other toes. We've got one that happens in Braintree monthly. I think that one is on a Saturday, but that has been going on for 20 years. And of course, the granddaddy of them all, the weekly Woburn Card Show, the same town we're going to be hosting in, is every Sunday, and they are coming back in April of 2021. So I'm so happy for them. They have switched locations. Find them on Facebook for the Woburn Weekly Card Show there, and you can get more information on that. So let's talk about the name. We decided to call this the Best Flippin' Card Show. It's a play on words. I loved it. I got out on Twitter and had about 30 responses to the question, hey, if you started up your own card show, what would you call it? Some of them were decent, some of them weren't that great. No offense to anybody, but you tried. When I saw the Best Flippin' Card Show, I was like, oh man, that is punny. That is a good play on words, and I have to go with it. So I thanked the guy. I was like, I'm going to send you a gift for coming up with this term. He's like, no, don't worry about it. I collect only a certain type of sport that you probably don't have. I was like, okay. Again, thank you, mister, for coming up with this name. It's excellent, and we're using it for all the marketing material. So the reason I decided to have it for only 6 months, I want to see if this best flipping card show is going to be successful. I didn't want to plunk down a lot of money long term for it to fade away and die out. And what my biggest concern is that we go backwards in terms of COVID protocols, and the state takes away 100 people, maybe they limit it to 50 or back down to 25, which it's been for quite some time for many of the events in and around the city. But I think ultimately it's going to expand, and we hope that we can increase crowd size and dealer size going forward, maybe July or August. That is just a complete guess, but that is my hope, that we can get up beyond those 100 people starting late summer. Another thing I wanted to mention too, we've got all our social media channels ready to go. Here is the list of where you can find us. So go out, and if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook or Instagram, follow one of those sites, and we'll have more details and information as each individual card show comes along in the future. And we'll remind you as well, leading up to the event, when it is, where it is, and how to get in. We're trying to have a big variety of dealers. I'm looking to have at least 1 or 2 supply people. I definitely want ultra modern there, slabs, raw, you name it. And of course, unopened boxes. So we've secured many of those already in place. I think the only thing that we are probably lacking in total so far are vintage dealers. So I'll be talking to maybe a handful of those in the next couple weeks to get them all squared away, but we've got about half the dealer slots filled so far. If I've reached out to you privately, thank you so much for joining the first iteration of our show, and we hope to see you for the next 5. Thanks so much for tuning in to our big announcement here to start up this card show. I am beyond excited. I hope it's a smashing success, and will only be a big success if you are spreading the word yourself. We can only do so much. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, anybody that you know that's into cards, to swing on by. Again, I wouldn't recommend everybody rushing in right when it opens, kind of staggered a little bit. If you want to show up at 11 a.m., that's great. We hope to get you a spot in as well. We will see you at the next card show coming up one more time on these dates listed here in 2021. Pick one of those 6 times to come and see us at the Crown Plaza Woburn. And it's going to be a blast. We'll have some wonderful dealers and a lot of variety of products to choose from. So we'll see you then. Bowman 1951 out.